These two women booked my Airbnb, so why are these creeps showing up late at night, one after the other? I mean, look at this creep. Could this be connected to that inappropriate behavior that occurred in the hot tub later that night? Well, all of that combined led me to confront my guest, but let's start from the beginning. So it all started pretty normal. A woman booked my Airbnb for a single night, just her and a friend. A girls' night with wine and movies. At least that's what she told me. She had like a zillion good reviews on Airbnb, so I wasn't worried. But then things took a turn for the worse. More people started arriving. Instead of just the 2 guests she told me about, 4 guests showed up. And it wasn't just suitcases. They had bags of equipment. I mean, how much wine can 2 people drink? So I was a bit worried before going to bed, but I needed my beauty rest. So I went to sleep, and that's when things started to get really weird. I woke up in the middle of the night to my phone blowing up with security alerts. Half asleep, I grabbed my phone, figuring it was probably nothing, but when I checked the camera footage, that's when it hit me. Something was definitely not right. Random men were showing up at my house, one after another. This guy got dropped off blocks away and secretly made his way to the house. Keep this missing tooth creep in mind. He'll come back later in the video. So girls' night with wine and movies, huh? What a bunch of baloney. Things were getting way too strange. So I decided to call her just to find out what was going on. But she didn't pick up. She was too busy in my hot tub taking nudes for the dudes. Keep in mind, this is a family neighborhood. There are kids living next door, so taking nude photos out in the open like that is not normal. It's completely inappropriate. Anyway, I needed to find out what they were using my Airbnb for. So I called her again, still no answer. This time, I left a voicemail letting her know that I was on my way to the house to check out what exactly was happening. But in the meantime, she left the house, completely packed up and gone. I didn't know it at the time, but later, when I checked the camera footage, I saw she didn't stay away for too long. She came back and was pretty pissed off, as you can see right here. She stayed for just a couple of minutes, grabbed some things, and left again, right before I arrived. She probably listened to my voicemail and realized I was on my way, and must have come back to clean up whatever she could and make sure I couldn't confront her. But even though she thought she was being careful, she didn't get rid of everything. And when I walked into the house, this is what I found. The first thing that caught my eye was a pile of toys and protection gear just lying there in plain sight. It was like a scene straight out of a bad movie. I also noticed a chair and some dollar bills scattered around, but honestly, by that point, the picture was pretty clear. I had found $1.
Oh, $1!
We might never know the full story of what went down that night, but I've got a pretty good theory. It's time to go full Sherlock. So based on everything I saw, the extra equipment, the random men coming and going, the toys, the dollar, the protection gear, and the way she left the property after I called, I don't think this was a one-off stay. Here's my theory. This house is located in a rural area where there's not much around. So when she left in the middle of the night, she had to go somewhere. And my theory is that she had multiple Airbnbs in the area. That way, she could hop between them, making sure there weren't too many guys at any one house. That's right, she's a pro. When she got my voicemail, she came back, probably to clean up as much as she could. She didn't want to be confronted, so she rushed out before I arrived. That's why there were still things left behind, like the chair, dollar bills, and, well, those things that shake you to your core. As for what exactly she was doing with all those guys and why this guy came back the next day looking like a creep into the camera, well, let's just say anything's possible. But that's just my theory. What do you guys think? Was this some kind of elaborate scheme? Or am I missing something? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.